자, 이어서 시작해봅시다. 나무꾼, 제이콥과 대화자. 이렇게 올라가야 돼. 가자. 어디니?
Oh, it's my button for ready to blow.
여기구나.
Godspeed. You, Jacob?
Heel, Moholt. Down.
오, 늑대 아니야?
A witcher. Saw your notice.
Hold up. A witcher, you say? Like in Luis Herrera's Tales and Fables. Luckier than a green bleeding leprechaun I am. See, not a soul around believes this tree is Daphne, the cursed lady of legend. But you could lift the curse.
Bit too old to believe in bedtime stories, aren't you?
Want your chops busted, Witcher? How old I am, that is none of your poking concern.
Fair point. Not my business what you believe either.
Ha! I'm content we see eye to eye.
재수없게 생겼어.
So what makes you think there's a girl cursed inside the tree?
Well, I came out with my dog, Moholt, to cut her down. Axe in hand, a broad swing I took. The edge burrowed deep in her trunk, and bum botch me if blood didn't spurt forth.
피가 나왔다. 나면서.
My jaw dropped in the dirt. But right then I knew. Every jot of it in the tale of Daphne, Gareth, and the Witch of Lynx Crag.
Don't tell me. From Herrera's Tales and Fables.
You talking bet. Second edition. Ementit in octavo. I know those tales by heart. My nan read them to put me to sleep.
Guess she read it cover to cover, colophon included. Let me take a look at the tree.
Careful now.
Swear I hear sobs in the rustling leaves.
진짜 소리 나네.
Actually does bleed. Looks like human blood too. The bark resembles hypertrophic scars in places, seeped from the direction of the tree, judging by the shape of the stain. Logger was making good time. Strange, though. Willow's isolated. No other trees near it.
이 늑대는 뭐야?
And did you look at the tree close?
Actually does bleed. Pretty incredible. Looks wondrous.
Did I not say so?
조사해보겠어.
Willing to help, but first I gotta figure out where to start.
No need. I know it all. Miss Daphne and Sir Gareth shared a terrible and fearsome love for each other. Yet to prove himself worthy of her hand, Gareth was to face the Witch of Lynx Crag. Before Sir Gareth set off for the hill, Miss Daphne gave him her kerchief, a token of her favor.
Let me guess, he never returned.
He did not. She stood here day upon day, night upon night, trying to spy him.
Till she sprouted roots and turned into a tree? Wonder why.
I will fecking tell you why. To await the moment when Gareth returns, kerchief in hand. That is the power of love. The power of longing. So you must scale Lynx Crag. Search there for a means to free Daphne. I will give you my book of tales to refer to. And good luck, Witcher.
설화와 전설. 살쾡이 바위로 가자. 로치 타고 가야 됩니다. 로치야.
What will the morrow bring?
Not attacking. Doesn't mean it's not a threat, though.
올라가는 거니. 저 뭐야? 검은 표고? 죽여. 죽여버려. 올라가는 길이
A hut. The witches.
마녀 집이요?
Hut looks inhabited. No sign of the dweller, though. Bells or use of yellow stems. Interesting. Warm. Smells inconclusive. No idea what ingredients are in there.
신체 변성에 대한 이곳을
Degree bonus. Conclave of mages banned this
변신은
town.
어떤 마법사에게라도 그냥 어려운 일 중 하나이다. 실제로 이 분야의 진정한 마스터들만 성취할 수 있는 일이며 그들을 쫓아다니는 정태관 동달일 뿐이다. 그는 골반의 상을 완전히 습득하기 위해서 수련과 동굴 안에 있겠네. 몸에 습생활을 변두었으니까.
Bones ground into dust.
뭐야?
A wall of spell enhancements or trophies.
손수건.
Silk kerchief, monogrammed DF. Could use it to break the curse if it's Daphne's.
None but feral cats stray in here most oft, yet it seems I've a guest from afar at that. What do you seek in my home?
뭐야? 내가 아까 죽였는데?
Already found it.
You do not aim to lift the curse from the tree girl, do you?
What if I do?
Then you had best know you waste your time. The old tales? Did your Nan not tell them to you? Even I, the witch of Link's Crag, would be hard-pressed to overcome the power of love and longing.
What if I asked you nicely to lift the curse, please?
Gareth met the fate he deserved. And what happened to his witch was not my fault.
All right, so you didn't cast the curse, but could you help lift it?
I probably could. But why ever would I?
내가 이렇게 빌게? 너무 구차잖아. 그래, 이렇게 빌어보자.
I'll humble myself, prostrate myself before you like the Gareth of the Tale did. I beseech you to help me. Lift the curse that imprisoned Daphne in the tree.
When I saw you enter my heart, I thought, now there is a fellow who shall bend his neck for no one. Stand.
너무
None. Not even I can restore to the lass the years she has lost, can erase the suffering she has endured. We cannot bring her back to life, but I shall tell you how you might let her depart in peace. Yet my aid shall have its price. A lock of your hair.
내 머리카락 하는 거.
How can I know you won't use it to cast a spell on me?
I require this. I must, for with it I will cast a spell to conceal me from you for all time, and will use it for nothing else. You will nag me never again, and you've nothing to
숨긴다고,
fear.
나를?
I assure you, I always keep my word.
I'll trust you against my better judgment. Lock of my hair's yours.
Splendid.
What do I need to do?
You must convince the maiden her beloved yearned to return, but perished in the attempt. Take her silk kerchief and a fragment of Gareth's remains. His bones lie bleaching in the cave beneath this rock. Fire must consume the kerchief and remains. And remember, your heart, your intentions must be pure. Yeah.
순수해.
Yeah. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. And adieu. Once you walk out that door, never shall we meet again.
잠갔네. 손수건을 태워라. 알들 봐. 다 태워, 다 태워. 이쪽 아니야? 아, 여기 있다.
A knight's plate armor and some bones. Gareth's remains. These then. Wonder why the armor came apart. Magic. Gotta get back to the tree. Lift the curse.
나무로 돌아가자. 여기 있네.
So, you met the witch. You must have. What did you learn?
That witch? She's not near as bad as folks say. Made me bow and scrape, sure. But I know some sorceresses witchier than her.
Joyous bleeding news, but what about Daphne?
I can lift the curse, free her. by performing a ritual, making a sacrifice of her kerchief and Gareth's remains. But we gotta start at the right time. When the hour comes, I'll light 4 fires for the 4 winds, then begin the ritual.
Fires? Then I shall be of use to you after all. Seems you need wood, much of it.
Chop as much as you can. I'll see to the rest.
I've chopped and stacked the wood. What now?
My turn. Gotta light fires and talk to the woman enchanted in the tree. No idea how this'll turn out, so just in case, stand at a distance. And if you see me draw my sword, run.
런. 남쪽에 불을 붙이자.
Look your last to the world's 4 winds. From the south, not a word.
동쪽.
From the east, no cry is heard. From the north, silence sighs.
왜 그래?
Rest your hollow eyes. Cease your vigil. Dead he lies.
네, 스칼님 어서오세요. 네, 1등이에요.
Hear me, you who hide beneath this bark. The day of your freedom has come.
네, 스칼님 1등이에요.
Behold a kerchief, proof of your love for another. Behold, a bone of he to whom you offered your love.
Gareth, my Gareth,
가레스?
he shall never return.
No, he won't.
Is his love for me gone? Did he stay true?
뭐야. 진실되게 얘기를 하는데?
Gareth broke his vow, failed to stay faithful.
Man is built of mud and filth, milady, and is like to blunder, we all are.
How cruel is the world to render conferring one's love so hard.
But what would the world be without love?
The time comes that I depart. I've waited too long. I've suffered too much. And now I wish to go.
Farewell, milady.
I thank you, stranger. And you, my knight. I thank you for speaking to me, for standing vigil at my feet.
저주 풀렸다.
I did not think it would end this way. I hoped we could revive her. But I guess it was not to be.
아. 일봐. 우리가 할 수 있는 건
We did all we could.
You did well. Here, your pay. And the book is yours as well.
Thanks. Take care of yourself.
So long, Witcher. I must think. Put this straight in my head.
저 남자는 나무를 사랑했구나. 천금 모으셨어요? 네들이? 와. 아, 집 나올 거 대비하고 계셨구나. 와, 천금. 오메. 전 업데이트 나오는 거 보고
Faster.
그때 뭐 어떻게 나온지 일단 봐야죠.
Come on, Roach.
집만 사지 않고 이제 많은 걸 좀 이렇게 할 수 있으면 좋을 텐데. 살짝 걱정되는 건 집만 사고 아무것도 못하면 진짜 집도 꾸밀 수 있고 여러 가지 나오겠죠. 그러니까 뭐 이렇게 집이 어차피 뭐야 뭐 그 밀주업자 집처럼 나온다는 건 뭐 기정사실일 테고, 근데 과연 이제 그 안에서 어떤 재미가 있냐 문제인데. 아, 그타에서도 집 나오고 습격 나왔대요. 그렇게만 뭐 업데이트 해주고 뭐 습격 나온다면야 솔직히 할 건 많으니까 하겠는데. 저도 요새 내대리 안 하는 게
I will ever repay you, Witcher.
Don't expect to be paid. Hope you're feeling better, that's all.
저도 내대리 안 하게 된 게 핵 때문이죠. 저격받고
Horrible
저
ordeal you
저격받고
endured.
모드 세션 만들어서
Glad I got
하는데
it short.
Yes.
모드
years
세션도
of
이제
suffering. You know what was worse than the
하시는
hunger?
분들만 하니까.
Watching my loved ones, my children grow old and die. All my family is long gone now. The last of my kin perished decades past. I
그러니까
fear
업데이트
I
그
have
방문학자
nowhere
업데이트
to
되고
go.
This is a big
약간
house, big estate.
이제 제가 생각한
Stay
것처럼
here.
계속 되니까.
Truly, I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet,
솔직히
Yeah.
하는 거는
after all
만들어서
I've
하면 되는데.
suffered, the years of starvation, I've
자, 핵
but one
때문에
dream.
핵이라도 좀
At last
잡아줬으면.
to prepare food that fortifies,
아니면
nourishes,
친구들끼리만 놀 수 있는
to delight in the tastes and
뭐 비공유
smells of
세션을 만들어
spices,
주던가.
to sit at one
같이 할
table with
사람들끼리.
others and
그리고 뭐
eat.
싸울 때는
Don't see a
넘어가거나
problem if
그렇게
that's your
만들어주고.
dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen. Eating his meals. You know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing could make me happier. Thank you.
No, thank you. House could use a woman's touch.
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. Many years ago, my father assembled valuables for my dowry. I never wed.
그러니까 내들이
So they
시참하시는
remained
분들도 많이 안
unkept.
하더라고요 요새.
These
내들이
baubles
시참하시는
are
뭐
no
그 전에
use to me now.
이제 많이
But
하시던 분들
to you,
이제 보니까 요새 거의 거진 다 안 하시는 것
let
같더라고.
them be a token of my gratitude.
아,
If you
그거는
wish to
봤어요.
find them,
사슴
you
변신할 수 있는
must go to
패치는
my
봤어요.
old home, to Trastamara.
그 디코에
The
올리죠.
dowry
저거.
lies
봉인 받는.
hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
Do just that. Thanks. I'd never expect someone with your past to feel drawn to the kitchen.
Do you
그러니까
fear
읽어보니까
I will
약간
cook in your home as
그타
I brought
쪽으로
as a wife?
그타처럼 이제 업데이트를
Counting
하면은
on you having slightly better taste as a human.
Of that, you can be sure. I loved cooking. Even as a
다시
child,
살아날 것 같은데
my gran was a
레벨이
true
또
master in the kitchen.
문제는
Her
진짜 제일 큰
spit
거죠.
roasted
핵.
oaks was famed throughout the land.
Thought you were a lady, owned an estate.
Do you mean to say a woman of my rank should have had a cook? You're right, of course. And I had the best of cooks. But I devised the dishes myself. They only prepared them.
See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
그러니까 지금 집 시스템이 솔직히 말해서 많은 건 안 바란데 저도 이렇게 위쳐에도 집 시스템이 있거든요. 자기 거 이렇게 뭐라 그래야 돼. 뭐 안에 트로피 같은 것도 전시할 수 있고 액자도 볼 수 있고 그러니까 요 정도만 있어도 그러니까 창고도 있고 이렇게 요 정도만 해줘도 이렇게 내가 낄 수 있는 장비도 이렇게 전시해 놓을 수도 있고 뭐 빼서 입을 수도 있고 액자를 걸 수도 있고 그러니까 집을 꾸밀 수 있는 게 좀 더 많았으면 좋겠는데 뭐 그타처럼 한다면은 뭐 집 꾸미고 그런 거 많이 나올 것 같기도 한데 근데 과연 이제 그러니까 약간 걱정되는 건 거예요. 그러니까 집이 나왔는데 그러니까 업데이트하는 건 솔직히 반가워요. 네데리 저도 네데리를 재밌게 하겠는데 이제 요새 안 하는데 그러니까 제가 그 생각이에요. 이게 업데이트 타이밍을 과연 잘 맞춰서 이렇게 딱 나올지가 되게 그게 그러니까 집 딱 나오고 나서 솔직히 박물학자는 전설동물 나오고 나서 뭐 이벤트 하면서 뭐 2주에 한 번씩 전설동물이 조금씩 나오잖아요. 그리고 캐스트도 뭐 몇 개씩 생기고 근데 집 나오고 나서 갑자기 업데이트 딱 끊겨버리면은 그것도 솔직히 걱정이긴 해요. 집 나오고 나서 뭐 2주에 한 번씩 뭐 집에 대한 뭐 업데이트나 뭐 습격 같은 게 나오면 괜찮은데 그거 없이 그냥 집 나왔습니다 끝 나와버리면 이제 또 네데리를 좋아하는 입장에서 또 충격과 그냥 락스타가 어떻게 운영하냐 진짜 그게 관건인 것 같아요. 제가 봤을 때. 그러니까 초반에 그런 말 있었잖아요. 박물학자라는 게 이렇게 그 오역이라는 말이 있었잖아요. 근데 위쳐 3를 해보니까 위쳐 3에서도 박물학자라고 하더라고요. 위쳐 3에서도 박물학자라는 직업이 있더라고요. 위쳐 세계관에. 그러니까 지금 제가 봤을 때는 11월달? 11월달에 지금 게임이 뭐 바랄라부터 시작해가지고 사폭 나오고 시작하고 이제 그거에 이제 맞게끔 이제 네데리가 잘 맞춰가주면 고마운 건데
Might want to look around some. Nothing interesting here. Full.
락스타가 과연 게임 운영을 잘 하겠죠? 자기네도 데뷔치긴 하겠죠.
Nothing interesting here.
새 게임 나오는데 그거에 대한
This one's full too.
길 어디야? 아 이거. 퀘스트. 근데 네델이 집 나오면은 스컬림 집은 바로 사실 수 있겠네. 와. 집 사면은 구경 가야지. 집 한번 보여주세요. 아마 저는 못 살 것 같기도 한데. 아, 감사합니다. 응? 여기 왔는데? 여기 아니야? 아, 저 창고. 어디 보자. 와, 놀래라. 편지 일부 조각.
Looks like an Arcaspore killed him.
부화장을 치워라. 서둘러라. 또 위처가 그 주변 어스렁거리고 있다. 위처가 어스렁거리고 있다고?
Letter suggests a third party's behind the troubles at Liam's and Matilda's vineyards. Don't know who though, and I'm no longer likely to find out. Damn it.
닭게 가네. 부각했어. 어차피 모드를 깔아놨으니까 그냥 날아가야겠다.
Signs of a fight. Paw prints, beastly ones, that's clear. Just on this spot though.
발자국이 큰데.
Aerial attack, must have been. Scale. Colors unusual.
은색?
Silver? Never seen one like this.
비늘인 은색?
Blood. Of the fresh variety. Monster attack was recent. Man, bled to death. Big beast inflicted these wounds. Clear from the claw marks. Must have a toothy smile, too, judging by what ripped his throat open.
큰 괴물?
Draconid. Gotta be.
아,
Maybe a
바실리스크.
basilisk. Except these prints don't belong to any variety I know. Just a little different.
이거 왔다.
Area's dangerous. I'd say there's a basilisk nesting around here. You'd be wise to remain at some distance.
Yes, I'm familiar with the matter, and quite proud to say a basilisk does nest here. I look after it
덜
personally.
보고 있다고 네가.
Look after it? It's not exactly a pet. Beasts murdering folk who come through here.
Just a minute. It does not murder those who do not trespass upon its territory.
You post those warnings?
Indeed, to prevent anyone from coming to any harm.
Well, a lot of good they did. Got a freshly mangled corpse right here.
Most likely a merchant, the poor bloke. Just today, I learned 2 traders had chosen this route despite the signs. I came as quick as I could to warn them. Too late, alas. I've instructed my servants. They shall take the body, return it to the family with a generous sum as recompense.
Claim this to be the last surviving basilisk? How do you figure?
The last of this subspecies. Their population was much larger at one time, see? Before the beech forests were felled.
Mean to suggest a direct correlation between beechwood forest density and basilisk populations?
Indirect, I prefer to contend. Beechwood forests are the chief habitat of roe deer, you see. In turn, a staple of the basilisk diet. When roe deer grew scarce, basilisks made humans their staple food. Enter the Witchers. And thus, we've come to this one last specimen. It's a female. As recently as last year, we still had 2. But Jocast's mate passed on, alas.
Eocost?
Should she not have a name? My father dubbed her in honor of my dear departed mother. Jocast was brooding then. 2 eggs. That she cast from her nest, alas, when the male perished.
Where's the basilisk nesting? Any idea?
Of course I've an idea. But you don't really expect me to tell you. Those are not toy swords. I know your intentions.
Find it myself then. Easy to track with its distinct paw prints. Mentioned 2 merchants. So I might also look for the other corpse.
야, 사람이 죽었는데 돈으로 해결하려고 그래.
Strange. These burn marks. Beast's venom make them? Subspecies must be highly toxic.
It is so indeed. A wound from a sterling basilisk festers long.
Need to brew a potion that'll neutralize that. Busted barrels. Contents spilled all over. Must have been tannin in there. Used to treat leather. Beast smashed the barrels. That's how the scent got on the scale.
Yokoko is so very curious. Strong scents especially intrigue her. The barrels, they must have drawn her in. Drawn her to the caravan.
Busted barrels slimed with venom. Hallmarks of an attack. Basilisk must have caught the second victim here. Anyway, got 2 scents. Venom and tannin. Ought to be enough to track the beast.
Why track her at all?
여기 있다.
Your caste is protected. Her death would forever destabilize the ecosystem. Who knows what would happen? I see unforeseeable consequences down the line.
냄새가 폈구나.
Simply refrain from provoking her. Harm her.
Odors dispersed. Seems to be everywhere. Basilisk must be high in the sky. Bloodstains. Clear as day. Sense perceptible again.
여기 있다.
Just as I expected. Second victim, but relatively unscathed. Basilisk must have been dragging him back to its nest for later. Dropped him for some reason. Wonder why.
어디로 갔니? 잘 안 보여. 여기에서 별로.
Hear something, but it's no basilisk screech. Human voices.
저기 있다. 사람들. 뭐야 이것들 또? 광전사? 아, 잡으러 왔구나.
Harry, prepare the equipment. Beast wandered off somewheres. We got to lure it back. And who might you be?
Funny. About to ask you the same.
They call us the Reavers.
Reavers? Wouldn't happen to hail from Crinfrid, would you?
Aye, we do. But how's it you know? And again, who the hell are you?
야, 옷이라도 입고 있지. 괴물 형사한테.
Geralt of Rivia. I'm a witcher. Know your brethren in arms. Bohold, Kenneton Desbret, New Boy too.
Ah, you're that Witcher. Aye, Bohold mentioned you. Said you swing a mean sword.
A professional. Good you came along. Could take on the brute together. Talk is, the venom's something horrifying. Could use another pair of hands. Fee what we've gotten from the guild. We'll share it fair and square. You in?
Gentlemen, this hurts my ears and pains my heart. You aim to
Your cast,
kill
yeah?
your cast? It cannot be. The creature is protected.
If you fear to lose the guild's reward, I shall repay it, and reward you doubly to leave the beast be.
야,
You
그렇다고
cannot slay
사람을
the
죽일 수
last
없잖아.
living specimen of a near extinct
그 괴물
subspecies.
때문에 사람이 죽겠는데.
Willing to pay, are you? Long as we do nothing? That's rather novel. What say you to that, master? Far as I know, beasts culled the human race by 5 already.
죽일 거야.
Beast has to die. We work together, we'll make quick work of it.
After all I told you of your cast, you would murder her? Oh, you will regret this, friend. I know folk. I shall tell them you slew the last surviving specimen.
Sorry, Master de Salvarez. Actually, not sorry. A monster's a monster. Silvery, plaid, or polka-dotted, last or next to last specimen, doesn't matter. It's a dangerous predator that kills humans. Enough said.
Herbalists, alchemists, I know many. They will despise you. I shall tell them of a heartless cur who cares not an ounce for balance in nature. You shall pay arms and legs for their wares. More!
Somebody plug this Lorden's gob, eh? Right, Master Witcher. How do we aim to fight the
아,
filth?
살려뒀어야
With
했나?
crossbows? Comply with bolts while you do the hack and slash? Or all go at it as a bunch, blades in hand, fire in our hearts? You decide. You're the one with experience.
아, 석공호사기.
Use your crossbows, keep her on the ground. Good idea.
Did you say her?
It's a female, yeah.
Hear that, lads? We've a learned witcher here. 100 spans out.
동화의
and a
다리
spot
사이.
of what the lizard's got between its legs. Right now, lads. You've heard the specialist. Ready your crossbows.
All good and fine, but the monster's not in its nest. Gotta track it down first.
Not at all necessary, Geralt. We looked into it. Gave it a think. Traders use tannin to lure the beast. Who says we can't do
Tannin?
the same?
You got any tannin?
Came into a bit, aye. Yeah, willing to do the honours?
There.
왔다.
Grab your bellies! Shoot the
전연을
bitch
쏴서.
down!
일로 와. 약하다.
A stroker like that. To fight at a true witcher's side. Prime the way you swung that razor, mate.
Mentioned some fee from a guild. I hear you right?
which drives right for the gut. A professional, right thorough. Your share, friend. Every last copper as we agreed. We'll collect us a few of them silver scales and the tail. Proof for the guild, right?
아,
And we'll get word of you to some folk. Merchant folk, meaning. They ought to treat you right.
Thanks, and farewell.
뭐 죽은 것 같고 그래. 괴물인데.
Your cast, my poor your cast,
Sobbing over the
cruelly
burning
slaughtered
filth.
Let
like
him
a
be,
common
you all.
beast.
Blubbered a fair bit yourself when wolves don't
평범한
fall around
괴물인데.
What do you mean? You saying we's like them wolves?
No, mutton.
괴물한테 왜 그러는겨? 야, 저 동상 많이 졌다. 이제 보이네, 여기서도.
Because once I start ramming your game up, this shan't drag on too long.
덤벼. 아무것도 없어. 뭐야? 아, 여기다. 편지? 웬 편지? 투색. 투포에게 뭐? 투포 포도 농장으로
You
가서
could make yourself
공고를
useful.
붙인 사람 같아가지고.
Drink! Give me a drink!
Hello there. Come here.
여기 있다.
Yeah? What is it?
Now, why does one summon a witcher, To inquire about the gossip currently flowing about the court? I have a problem with a beast.
Ah, you the one posted the notice? Go on then, spit it out. What's it about?
First, my dear witcher, we must establish ground rules. Given the vast difference in our respective social positions, I'm sorry to say I take umbrage at the familiar tone you take. I expect deference. I expect you to address me as Sir, or better yet, as Monsieur de Bourbeau.
뭐야?
Fine. Monsieur de Bourbeau.
The emphasis falls on the last syllable. Bourbeau?
See, now I'd rather emphasize something else. Tell me what this is about, monsieur, or I'll change my mind and go.
Notlings and their manners. Very well. Let us get this over with. Something has infested my vineyard.
아, 쟤 도와주기
Great.
싫다 갑자기.
Let me go prepare my something oil then.
I beg your pardon?
Need more information than that. Where was this something seen? Any witnesses? Bodies to examine?
Therein lies the rub. None has seen the beast. We've only heard signs of its presence, a strange scratching and shrieks. Neither are there any corpses to inspect. Men simply disappear without a trace.
Who's disappeared, if you don't mind my asking?
Most
유인님
recently some
어서오세요.
farmhand, I believe.
Despite the vast difference in your social statuses, do you perchance remember the farmhand's name, monsieur?
No. You must speak to my wife. She has more collegial relations with this household help. She's away at the moment visiting her mother, but should return forthwith.
Noises you mentioned. Where do they come from?
Well, everywhere.
뭔 사방에서?
But they're most clearly audible in the wine cellar.
Means the monster must dwell underground. When are the noises loudest?
In
네,
the
약국장
night,
어서 오세요.
just as they were years ago. When
하이요.
the buildings quaked. Another expert agreed to look into the matter then, but was never thereafter seen nor heard of. Oh, that should suffice with the questions. Now tell me, will you take the contract? Yea or nay?
고.
Fine, I'll do it. Need to look around here first. Then I'll want to talk to Madame de Bourbeau.
Very well. I shall inform you once she has returned. Meanwhile, the key to the cellar. Just whatever you do, please do not disturb the wine barrels.
포도주 통을 건들지 말라고? 아, 괴물 잡으면서 진짜 많은 것도 확.
It's quiet. Guess the monster actually is nocturnal. Gotta wait till dark.
요약. 그래. 최고. 빈티지. 아, 술병. 63년보다 제일 맛있겠는데? 아, 해가 진 후. 아, 지금 들어오면 안 되는구나. 해가 진 후. 8시. 에? 아. 모드 깔았어요, 모드. 치맛자락 없애는 모드. 곰교단 옷이긴 한데, 그 밑에 치맛자락 안 나오게 하는 모드를 깔았어요. 이게 아예 없게. 아. 찾았지 또. 나도 그거 펄럭거리는 게 짜증나가지고. 그거랑 이제 액세서리 끼는 모드. 이제 원래 갑옷 밑에, 원래 여기 액세서리 꼈잖아요. 근데 그 밑에 낄 수 있게끔. 이제 지금 망토도 찾고 있는데 망토를 지금 못 찾고 있어. 여기에 망토를 낄 수 있거든요. 그러니까 원래 액세서리 하나만 낄 수 있는 건데, 두 개 낄 수 있는 이제 모드도 깔아놔가지고. 나중에 이거 회차 다 끝나면은 이거 총 모드도 있다고. 총알 모드. 총 쏠 수 있는 모드도 있어. 총. 그거는 아직 내가 안 깔았거든요.
Alright,
어떻게
let's
되는지.
look around.
그건 나중에 해봐야지.
Rats. Not known to kidnap farmhands. What the?
뭐야.
Shattered dishes. Knocked off the shelf somehow. Shaken off, maybe?
여기 뒤에 있는 것 같은데?
The tunnel? Can finally see something.
지가 자동으로 횃불을 들었네.
Kiki Moores?
이것들은 뭐. 물려가 버렸다. 뭐야? 왜? 왜 못 먹어? 뭔 말이야? 아니 원래 나 4개까지 먹을 수 있는데? 아니 나 4개까지 먹을 수 있거든요. 맞춰놔가지고 그렇게. 이게 가끔 그 탕약 먹을 때 버그가 살짝 걸려. 아 중독도 낮추는 거? 아 나 중독도 지금 딱 맞아요. 4개 먹을 수 있는 중독도. 나는 중독도가 높아야지 좋은 캐릭터예요. 난 중독도가 좀 높아야 돼. 여기가 아닌데? 위인데? 아, 길이 있었구나. 위에 얼마나 큰 거 있길래 그 소리가 나.
Should be able to break through. Damn it, it's getting away.
뭐가 있는 거야?
Getting more interesting by the minute.
아,
More eggs. Should destroy them before the young hatch. Start prowling the vineyard. Damn it, young could hatch any minute.
개미? 뭐라 그래야 돼? 약간 이렇게 생겼어. 이렇게. 저글링 같이 생겼어.
Correct, keep more eggs. Something's been feeding on them.
저그
Keep more eggs.
저글링 같이 생겼어.
Something's been feeding on them. No kicking more dug this. Tunnels are the work of something much bigger. Something with heavy, wide claws.
지금 이 소리가 엄청 큰 놈일 거예요. 아마.
Last one. Water coursing. Underground stream. Monster I'm looking for lives underground, digs tunnels, feeds on Kikimores, and is big. Very big. Won't learn anything else here. Time to go back to the surface.
올라가야 된다고? 왜 안 나와 이 왕?
Sacre bleu!
What is the meaning of this? I'm paying you to slay a monster, not demolish my property.
Property's falling apart on its own, what with all the tunnels under it. I'd fill those in soon if you don't want your building to
없었으면은
collapse.
아마 나 지금
Tunnels? Fiddle my thumb.
DLC도
How did
못
tunnels
왔을걸?
appear down there?
Something dug 'em, a large creature.
알잖아.
Also
심각한
killed a few
길치라는.
Kikimores down there and destroyed their eggs. Consider it a half favor. Won't cost you much.
Kikimore eggs. Yes, of course, good work. Indeed, a reward is due.
Madame de Bourbeau, I presume? Here you know something about the missing farmhand.
Jean-Luc? Yes. We went to examine this year's seedlings. Something had been nibbling at them. Then we heard these odd noises. Jean-Luc went to
진이
reconnoiter
아니야?
and never returned.
아닌가?
Madame, could you describe Jean-Luc?
Tall, exceedingly well built, hair black as pitch.
Dear, concentrate. There is not a peasant that is not well built. They work in the fields all day. He means scars, birthmarks, that sort of thing.
Then none, I suppose. But he did wear a pendant around his neck.
은으로 된 펜던트?
A silver one.
Silver jewelry on a farmhand?
It was a gift, I believe. Or that is what he claimed.
Should be enough to go on.
Then what are you fritting round here?
은으로 된
for? Get
펜던트
to
위치밖에
work.
그러니까 다른 위치가 아니야? 위치가 농사일하면서 사는 거 아닌가? 자기 신분을 숨기고
Beware all! The witchman cometh!
은퇴하고 손 씻고
Bread's really stale. Been here a while.
아니 주웠나?
Blanket was laid out here. Footprints. 2 sets.
어디니?
Felled trees. As if something rolled over them. So is Shalmar.
아 쉘마르야?
They dig tunnels and move like that.
야 저쪽
Trail leads to that cave. Claw marks. Straight, dull, perfect for digging.
아 왜 이러냐 찍는 거라 아 됐다 농사 짓는 쉘 네, 설마
Shalmar's close. Might want to look around some.
나 여기 왔었던 것 같은데 아닌가?
Dead end. Except, looks like there might be something down there.
나와라
Shalmar's lair. Gotta be. Drags its victims here. Pretty fresh, some of them. Gonna have to brew some bait. Need the blood of a recent victim and some of the mushrooms that grow here.
여기 있네
Highly decayed, partly eaten. Been lying here a while. Fresh corpse. Must be Jean-Luc.
죽었네
Crushed ribs, cracked skull. Shalmar did this. No two ways about it.
펜던트가 있어 여기 있다
Silver pendant. A lock of hair inside.
마담 부
Same color as Madame de Bourbeau's.
쉘마르 설마 마담이랑
Gotta spill it within the lair, somewhere near an air current, so the scent spreads throughout the cave.
마담이랑 사랑했나? 마담 머리카락이다. 어딨니? 아까 맞는 어디다 버렸니? 뭐이? 아 저주하려 그랬는데 아 여기 껴있구나. 실패한 건가?
That stench.
주변에 간장 좀 뿌려주고.
Shaelmar will be here any minute.
나와라. 쉘마르는 뭐 한번 싸워봤기 때문에. 이거 빨간색이네? 아, 뭐야, 수염이 났어?
Come on, show me your claws.
이거 봐라. 뭐래? 다른데? 천천히 따라가야지. 안 들어가네. 아, 검 바뀔 걸 그랬나? 잠깐만. 제가 뭐였지? 야수로 들어가네 제가? 야수 아닌데? 쉘마르 잡종을 들어가나? 여기 있다. 아드랑 열사풍. 아드랑 열사풍. 오케이. 아드랑 열사풍. 어디다 쏘니? 여기. 나 진짜 뭐래? 너무 단단한데? 아, 야, 얼굴만 때려야 되네. 아, 참나. 넘어뜨려야 되는데, 일단. 어이, 그지같네, 이거. 야, 안 됐다. 그러니까. 설마 얼지도 않니? 너? 오케이, 한 번 들었고. 한 방 더. 아따. 걔가 수줍이 많은데? 아, 나 진짜. 아, 그래요? 아하. 머리다, 임마. 헤헤. 야, 머리. 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 찾아가는 서비스. 머리. 머리. 고개 들어. 제발 들어줘. 아따. 머리. 오케이. 나르님 안녕하세요.
Now just gotta chop off its head and go get my reward.
아, 그래도 패턴은 쉽지. 아, 그리고 우리 그 뭐야, 약 그 기억나요? 관리자 잡았을 때 기억나요 혹시? 관리자 잡았을 때? 관리자 잡았을 때 내가 그냥 관리자 잡고 끝냈는데, 그 일요일날 게임하면서 이제 유튜브 이제 위쳐 같은 거 봤는데, 관리자가 쓰던 무기를 주술 수가 있더라고요. 가시 다 가서 다 주워왔어. 그리고 관리자의 삶. 그리고 원래 저 이리스 끼고 있었죠. 이리스를 말고 저 블레이브 끼고 있어요. 저거는 이제 그 퀘스트에, 부하 퀘스트에 둥글게 괜트 둥글게 퀘스트 해가지고 받은 거예요. 일요일날 했어요. 그거 영상은 유튜브에 올려놨어요. 아, 삽은 특별한 거가 뭐가 있냐면 흡혈 능력. 피해를 입을 때마다 체력을 회복해줘요. 이걸로 치면은 피가 차. 이걸로 몹을 잡거나 그러면 피가 차더라고요. 이것도 쓸 수 있어 절단은. 이렇게 강공이라든지 멋은 없어. 근데 유일하게 뭐 좀 특별한 무기라서 죽긴 주웠는데, 근데 좀 아쉬운 거는 진열이 안 돼요. 진열이 안 돼, 진열이. 진열은 안 돼. 들고 다니는 것만 되더라고. 고철덩어리. 근데 위쳐하면서 그나마 좀 특별하게 생긴 거라서 그냥 갖고 다니고 있어. 삽덩어리는 언제 갖고 다니겠어. 깨진 삽덩어리겠지만 결국 그냥 고철덩어리야. 결국. 그러니까 어저께 진짜 위쳐 일요일날 어제 휴방하면서 그냥 전 게임 했거든요. 그냥.
Monsieur de Bourbeau?
레벨업도 하고 레벨업도 노가다 하고
You'd best be bearing good news.
레벨업 괴물 등지 노가다도 하고 그리고 교단
Got rid of the beast that was giving you trouble.
교단 세트 저 다 주워놨고요. 어차피 근데 뭐 뉴게임 플러스 나오면 다 없어지긴
Whatever
한데
could that be?
Kind of like a cross between a
거기에서
mole
좀
and a caterpillar.
멋있는
Just
옷 하나 만들어
Big as a
놓고
barn.
Well, Master Witcher, you make a poor first impression,
좀
but
더 집 가서
ultimately proved your
보여드릴게요.
worth. There. Your
살케이 교단 옷이 이쁘더라고. 살케이 교단.
As for Jean-Luc, afraid he's dead. Sorry.
Who? Oh, him.
그거 그랜드마스까지 다 올려놨어. 만들어놨어.
I shall soon find another to take his place.
Right. After all, he is just a peasant. Not a monsieur de blah blue blah. So long.
근데 왜 안 끼냐고요? 내가 이거니까. 근데 뭐 그거 껴도 문제는 안 되는데. 내가 한번 가서 보여드릴게요. 일단 시간 좀 앞뒤로 돌려놓고. 늑대 교단은 잘 안 입어요. 늑대 교단 세트는 근데 이게 나중에 보니까 하시는 분들 얘기 보니까 2회차 들어가고 그러면은 이 게임이 좀 레벨업하고, 제가 레벨업을 되게 많이 해놨거든요. 작업장에 있어서. 근데 나중에 가면 게임이 쉬워지다 보니까 그냥 간지로 입는 사람도 있대요. 그냥 자기가 입고 싶은 거 어차피 그냥 갠진하게. 근데 솔직히 말해서 제 캐릭터는 원래 늑대 갑옷을 입긴 입어야 돼요. 왜냐면 제가 거의 싸우는 게 아드레날린 갖고 싸우는 건데, 곰교단 세트가 왜 좋냐면은 좀 안전성? 좀 이렇게 좀 뭐라 그래야 돼. 얘도 똑같은 그건데 뭐라 그래야 되면은 이게 좀 더, 그러니까 얘는 늑대 갑옷을 안 입는 게 부분 보너스가 곰 갑옷이 좋아요. 쿠엔 방패 이것 때문에. 나중에 가면 쿠엔을 많이 쓰긴 한데요. 이제 검술 위쳐들이 뭐 잘 모르겠지만 저도 지금 솔직히 말해서 쿠엔을 좀 많이 쓰긴 하거든요. 쿠엔을 옷을 보여드리자면은 어차피 전 모드를 깔아놨기 때문에 그냥 날라와서 보여드릴게요. 그리고 태샴은 염색이 안 돼요. 태샴은 염색이 안 돼요. 근데 뭐가 있냐면은 나중에 캐스트를 하다 보면은, 이제 메인 캐스트를 하다 보면은 태샴이랑 똑같이 생긴 빨간색 아이템이 있어요. 지금 이게 다 만들어 놓은 거거든요. 요거 같은 경우에는 바이퍼. 요게 바이퍼예요, 바이퍼. 이게 바이퍼고, 예, 올 빨간색이야. 그러니까 지금 이게 어떻게 보면 태샴이잖아요. 근데 태샴이랑 비슷한 이름은 기억이 안 나는데 요거랑 똑같이 생겼는데 다 빨간색이에요. 다 빨간색 똑같이 생겼는데 요거고, 요거는 이제 만티코어도 만들어놨어요. 요거 같은 경우에는 전설의 만티코어는 2회차 뉴게임 플러스 들어가면은 만들 수 있고요. 기본적으로 만티코어 쓰시고, 그리고 제가 말하는 게 이옷이에요. 마스 살쾡이. 네, 보여드릴게요. 한번 입은 거. 그리고 모드를 깔아놨기 때문에 지금 곰교단 세트를 입어도 저는 이제 치마가 안 보여요. 그냥 살쾡이 세트를 입으면은 이뻐. 살쾡이가 확실히 이뻐. 이게 살쾡이 셋이거든요. 지금 그랜드 마스터. 근데 이뻐. 얘는 이쁘기도 하고 뭐 염색도 가능하긴 하대요. 염색도. 검정색은 지금 개수가 많이 없다 보니까 흰색으로 한번 해볼까요? 이렇게 되는 거야. 이렇게 하면 진짜 뭐야? 하얀색 다 들어갔니? 이렇게 하면 그냥 어쌔신 크리드야. 이 옷도 이뻐요. 살쾡이 옷도 이쁘게 입더라고. 내가 입어봤는데 여기에다가 이거 끼면 후드를 벗어. 아쉬워. 그게 좀 아쉽더라고. 근데 내가 웃긴 거 하나 보여줄까요? 모드를 깔았기 때문에 악셀을 2개 낄 수가 있어요. 귀엽죠? 악셀을 2개 낄 수가 있어. 바보 만들 수 있어요. 바보. 모드를 깔아서 악셀을 2개 낄 수가 있는데 간지나. 아무튼 옷은 만들어놨어요. 옷은 간지나죠? 옷은 만들어놨으니까 일단은 안정성 있게 가야 되니까 나는 안정성 있게. 솔직히 이거 끼고 다녀도 돼요. 나 솔직히 견갑옷 끼고 다녀도 돼. 근데 닐프가드 경비병인 이 피타가 치명타 피해 추가가 너무 좋아. 잘 터져. 피해 치명타. 그거 있고, 그리고 그 관리인 잡으러 갔을 때 우리 그 뭐야 이리스 얼저드 초상화도 숨겨놔 있더라고요. 책상 위에. 그것도 찾아왔어요. 그것도 찾아왔어요. 이리스랑 울지어드 초상화 그것도 찾아왔거든요. 제가 가서 찾아왔고, 그리고 지금 트로피가 여기 하나 더 있어요. 이 트로피가 승자의 트로피라고. 투생제에서 괜트 대회 괜트 대회 우승하면 줘요. 근데 좀 반복했습니다. 죽는 줄 알았어. 계속 져가지고. 야 진짜 그 블레이브가 뭐 얻으려면은 블레이브가 얻으려 진짜 죽어. 아직 그 메인 캐를 내가 안 가서 그래. 빨간 옷을 입을 수 있다고 나중에. 저 태샴이랑 비슷한 빨간 옷이 따로 있어. 네, 저 태샴은 검정색이고 이제 저거 메인 캐 하다 보면 그 빨간 옷이 하나 더 나온대요. 그거는 하이브인가? 아마 그렇다고 하는데 이름을 기억이 안 나고. 그리고 퀘스트 하다 보니까 동상을 줬는데 이거 어디에다 설치할지 몰랐는데 여기 창고 앞에서 지하창고 밑에 동선 설치해 주더라고. 일단 다 밀었어요. 이제 메인키 들어갈게요. 저거 장식은 여기밖에 안 돼. 여기 앞에 여기. 머리도 그러니까 좀 아쉬운 게 이런 거 있잖아요. 가면 같은 거를 이렇게 어디다 진열하고 싶은데 진열이 안 돼. 진열 할 수 있는 게 없어. 그러니까 갑옷이랑 칼이랑 그리고 그 방패 있죠. 투생 그 대회 나가서 방패 그거밖에 진열이 안 돼. 딴 거는 진열할 수가 없어. 트로피랑 트로피도 3개 끝이야. 더 있긴 있는데 그러니까 그림도 있고. 근데 갑옷이랑 갑옷 그런 거 되는데 아쉬운 게 뭐 이런 뭐라 해야 돼 액세서리 같은 게 어디에 이렇게 진열해 놓으면 좋은데 그거 없고 그러니까 이런 거 보관할 수 있는 게 없어. 그냥 들고 다녀야 돼. 그래서 그게 좀 아쉬워. 그냥 들고 다녀야 된다는 게 좀. 머리는 많어. 지금 머리가 늑대 가면 있죠. 할리퀸 가면 있죠. 이거 있죠. 이 머리띠 있죠. 꼬꼬닥이지. 그다음 뭐 그다음 쓸 수 있는 건 없고. 그리고 머리 지금 맵에서 잡을 수 있는 건 다 잡았으니까 잡을 수 있는 거는 캐스트 하다 보니까 하나씩 모이던데 그냥 이런 거는. 하다 보니까 이건 주니까 절대 하다 보니까 주니까 모아진 것 같아. 하다 보니까. 위쳐 세계 피규어죠. 머리.
The most fun you can have with your clothes on.
Could you, you little fart?
이제 메인키 갑시다.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pipes, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
애를 괴롭혀. 어린 셋이
Just who the
어른들이
spit are
있어요.
you?
쌍놈 새끼들. I'm your father.
His father, and you won't touch him. I won't let you.
Oh, poppycock. I knew his father. A grifter, a cheat, just like his brood.
I'll teach him honesty. He'll not leave muck at our shop door just to draw patrons to his own stall.
스타워즈
So
따라
back
할라
away,
때. 안
drifter.
터져.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well. Which is all the same to me.
진짜 이것들 진짜 존나. 삼 대 1은 너무하다고 생각 안 해? 스타워즈처럼 하려고 했던 거.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
내 일을 복잡하게 만들었어. 아저씨?
Obstructing
빠른
my
바다?
investigation.
Understood. Right. A few days in the clink ought to teach them not to impede official duchy business. Come on.
야, 여왕 빼기 좋네.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Wait, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
애기 목에
But
동전
my
주머니.
boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stamp. A seat, sir, please.
애들 애걸 빼치고. 명색의 괴로울
So
텐데.
then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival.
악명을 높여야 돼.
Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
오.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of
500크라운 달러.
Expensive
궁금하면
version.
500원이야?
I'm sure you can imagine. Have
궁금해요?
a proper stand with a
궁금하면
big
500원.
sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
아, 저 시대. 아,
Got it all planned out.
I
나한테
should
5만 원
think
뜯어온
so.
거예요?
Capital is all I require.
그래도 열심히 사는 앤데 돈 주자.
All right. Let's see if we can't figure something out.
얘가 무슨 돈이 껐어?
Ah, see? I knew we'd clinch it.
Guess I can agree to that.
1,000 thanks. I shan't forget it. Now to the matter at hand. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron. Gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
근데 이 지금 퀘스트도 아마 그걸
But you
거예요.
could wait here.
그 에이런 다이트
Perhaps he'll stop
관용인가 그거에
Don't have
들어가는
the
게
time
있을
for
거예요 아마.
that. Sure you
엑시로
don't know where to
하면은
find
안
him?
되고.
Or maybe notice which
그러니까
direction he came
만약에
from?
When I
관용
clean
퀘스트
boots, sir,
위에
I do not look
실패하셨으면
up to see where folk come from.
요 퀘스트 하면 관용이
I clean.
깨져요. 엑시 말고
It
500원
seems
주면은
you're having a
관용이
rough
퀘스트가
go of
깨져요.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am.
이것도 관용일 거예요 제가 이렇게.
The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would
아저씨.
like to straighten matters out.
비비크림 바르고
I
왔나?
leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman
자외선
lives
차단제
there.
크림 같은 거지.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
얘 신발 보면 다 닦으려 그래?
Perhaps later.
야, 신발 닦기 전에 너는 씻어라 좀 해야.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the
피쳐야지.
trick to dealing with children.
점프해서.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with. Red door.
어디야?
One that Boot
밖에
Black
있었어.
mentioned.
장난감 가게도 있어? 아, 내가 마법 쓰면 그래. 몰라, 꼭 마법 쓰면 소리
Won't
지르더라.
budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, Dettlaff, I'm coming for you. A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
야, 탐난다 저기서.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull.
은행 털 때 좋겠네. 아니에요. 이 장난감 같은 거 사서 집에 막 해놨으면 좋겠다. 귀엽다 이 피규어. 이런 거 사서.
He here? Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His
까마귀
scent is
똥
still
냄새 아니야?
strong.
테디베어 아니야 저거? 곰인형?
Let's look around. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Somebody fixed this recently.
퇴거 공지. 소멸 명단에 해당 월세를 연체. 돈 월세 안 냈구나. 위에 있나 보다.
Attic. Let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune.
Indeed.
뭐야 편지?
Look, slips of paper, name on each.
목마 혼자 킥킥거려.
Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Dettlaff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
All of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in...
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Still got nothing, basically. Need to look around some more.
Let's get to work.
여기 뭐 있던데? 누구의 얼굴인데?
Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. Is his lover?
I don't rightly know.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
아닌가? 아까 그 퀘스트 할 때 만난 마녀같이 생겼는데? 비켜봐. 레지스?
Dettlaff van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renawed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it.
그
Proof
뱀파이어
positive
여자를
Dettlaff killed, not of his
잡아놨구나.
own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Any idea what it could be? Dettlaff have any enemies?
Indeed. Dettlaff gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Dettlaff yourself, whoever it is someone new.
뱀파이어가 잡혀 있는 건지
Who's Renawed?
그 뱀파이어의 여자친구가 뱀파이어겠죠?
With whom he was very close. Because she
아,
accepted him.
인간 여자래요.
With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile
그냥
crowd.
인간 여자거든.
She began the work
맞아.
that I strive
고위
to continue.
뱀파이어나 그 정도면 잡힐 수가 없겠지.
Ever meet her?
인간 여자.
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came around to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
인간 여자애.
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off perhaps by a bout of Dettlaff's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Dettlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Dettlaff is so much more emotional than most humans.
여자가 떠났는데.
Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Even if Renawed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis.
뱀파이어가 뱀파이어를
Set my
압박해.
heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Dettlaff's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazeri ink. And not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Dettlaff's innocence, clearly.
Actually, it is. Dettlaff's being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him into a tool, making him kill.
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must find Renawed, render the blackmail senseless. The lunatic or ticks will thus lose hold on Dettlaff.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Dettlaff? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No. He'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear.
1마일.
I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Dettlaff and I both.
공작분에게 야수산에 대해 보고하자. 보고하겠어요.
Life can be quite dear. Death, though.
여기는 사람들이 많아. 거지도 많고.
Dark secrets taste fairy tale that
헤이 브라드.
patrolling on an empty stone.
오늘은 순댓국 술국에 소주. 먹나 드렸어? 맛있게 먹었어요. 진짜 맛있는 거 뭔가
Geralt of Rivia,
순대국 술
Master Witcher.
술술 넘어간
I was not
안주들이구나.
mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
맨날 술이야?
Found the beast of Beauclair. Just couldn't kill it.
We sent you after a monster, and you returned with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher?
아이,
A
대머리가
monster
죽이고
slayer?
싶다.
But everyone knows how to end a vampire.
그러니까
Draw him by
맨날
trick into
안주는
sunlight.
기깔나.
Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this
왜
monster.
싫어해? 넌 빠져있어, 씨.
Whoa, this is work for a Witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a Witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best. 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can stand up to that.
술 먹는데
40,
데리고 가면
50,
되지.
100.
옆에서 안주
Doesn't
먹으라고.
matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say.
나 예전에 가게에서
Some
회식하면
transform
와이프
into
항상
giant
같이 가는데.
bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
맛있는 거 많이 먹는다고.
Yet all are still
좋아하던데.
brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Nicomoras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
에이,
Monsters driven by
어때? 술
reason.
먹는 건데.
A curious contention. What then do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's
아,
walked the world
참치.
for
난 참치
centuries.
참 좋아하는데요.
Tja, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
이 대머리
And
아저씨들
they
싫다.
do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. As soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier.
소믈리에.
Hop, hop!
종이를 빠나?
Wine is sacred.
이
Here there
포도주는
is no such thing as
Okay.
a drop of
미안해요.
wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Estest, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
얘가 범인 아니야?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saar too. That's rather obvious.
종이 이렇게 빨 줄
Aged in
알았는데.
barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint-Réal, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint-Réal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Saint-Réal. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only
공작가?
ever served to the ducal
돈만
family.
왕족만
Didn't
먹는
stop it
건가?
from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Saint-Réal, it is Saint-Réal. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this
아니
mission, I
게롤트랑 대장
release you
데리고
from your
다니면은
obligation to
다
adhere
알겠지.
to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Go.
Yeah, ready to go.
못 먹어도
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
완전 튀는데?
This vampire. Have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
뱀파이어는 뱀파이어만 죽일 수 있다고. 아 얘네 빨리 안 달려. 아.
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this.
뭐야?
Hey, save us! I'll show you your place, scum. Or my name is not Damien de la Tour.
피했어.
Back, you beast! Be quick!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
Thank you. You saved our lives.
Hooray!
돈을 내라고 갔네.
Tell me more about this vineyard, Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Tucson. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabricio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant, could be the steward, could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's
어디야,
not far
여기야?
now.
Whoa there, Roach.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed?
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
This is an inspection. We've got questions. You'll answer them.
Oh, and who are you, sir, to speak to me this way?
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
이놈의 목을
I
쳐라.
am at your service.
The Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
혼자?
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
어.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have. Which means one
아,
of
한
two
잔 더 하라.
things.
어. 알겠어요. 맛있게 먹고
Either
와요.
you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Sonreal
빼돌려서
store?
판 거 아니야?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
넌 조띵기야.
We shall wait here.
저 안나씨 좀 빨리
What
가시면 안
if
될까요?
Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come.
아, 여왕이라서 인사 이렇게 하는 거야? 비켜. 포도 되게 크다. 엄청 큰데?
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
아, 이게 제가 온 거야?
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
아, 내가 찾아야 돼?
Ervelus. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
이거는
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in
다
the world.
포도주야?
Castel Ravello is famous.
1272년?
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
뭐야? 아, 위에도 있구나. 샹글레아.
Saint-Réal. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
아, 비켜봐 좀. 여기 딱. 아니네.
Saint-Réal. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
여기 있다.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
가득.
Full?
가득.
Full.
I have a feeling we'll find something awry.
가득.
Full.
이거 비어있을 것 같다. 아니네?
This one's full too.
아, 내 똥촉. 어?
Full. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
다 가득 들어있는데?
Full they are. The question is, are they full of sangria?
아,
Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Ready. We can start.
나 갖고 왔어. 꼭지랑 왕치 갖고 왔어.
Ready.
Step aside. I have a feeling we'll find something awry.
So,
Slightly smoky, strongly tannic, definitely Saint-Réal.
다 박아놓으면 알아서 먹나? 채웠나 보다.
revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
싸다고
Master Fabricio, I am very
빼돌려서 판 거 같은데?
But, Your Grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I
알았어.
sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court.
외교가?
He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Cintrin aristocrat at court.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble.
아스트라에서 배.
I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime.
반역죄야?
High treason the charge.
야, 술 팔았다고?
What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
지금 가자.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You'll take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
아, 내가 밀주 배달하는 거 살짝 기대했는데. 네들의 기억을 떠올리면서.
Relax. Now we wait.
아, 근데 밀주 배달 가는데 저렇게 칼 차고 가도 꽤 많은데?
Ah,
favorite vintner. It's not him.
덤벼. 야, 터진다, 저 터진다. 나. 야, 저거 한 방에 가? 얼탱이가 없네. 그러냐? 튀었어. 뽕. 아, 강공 안 나오네. 뻥이요.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
갑자기?
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
The Master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you? His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother. Once again, who sent you? Your nun's lover. They call it...
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, Have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
아, 이 통은 어디로 간 거지?
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Ought to be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
가자.
Let's go to town.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Sooner or later, everyone slips up. Cintrian stole the Sun Real. That was his mistake.
Yet if we had not happened on the wine stain...
You're right. We got lucky. Even so, still can't be sure he's behind the kidnapping, the blackmail. Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
당한 거 아니야?
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Don't care. Down to business. You learn anything?
I will start at the beginning. The port warehouse where the wine was delivered. We identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. but she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
A singer. I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted. Fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
The Mandragora? What's that?
A club. An affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique. Consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place. A residence in Oatville.
또
It's
옷
a
갈아입어야
very
되나?
distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in
또
Oatville,
옷 사야
in
돼?
Mountebank Alley.
파티에 적절하다 생각하면서 옷을 입자. 파티에 적절한 옷?
Slow and steady winds the
No
race.
point complaining.
Is that not this cur with the price on his it's him? Get it!
뭐야 이거? 아, 나 현상 걸렸지 지금. 나한테 지금 현상 걸어놨지.
Didn't look like locals. Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
지금 저한테 비쌀 현상금이 걸려있어요.
Hey, darling.
누가 건 거지?
See?
All is in order.
Shining its eyes, your glow.
Here in Beauclair, all's right and
times
fair.
that courtesy could flow. They ventured beyond walls by vines entwined.
이거 그 노래다.
Into the unknown, the
캐스터 때 노래 부른다는 거.
Bidding them farewell, the great stones must covered. They strode
여기서
this
부르고 있네.
beyond by doubts unencumbered.
campo.
The witch's blade flashed, juices spouted and poured, covering all about in a narcissus gore. No piece of the stylist fell from its bowels. The frisser had been nabbed by aught else most foul. Oh no, foul bandits have bound our stylist
아,
in
얘는 진짜 못
chains.
부르는 것 같아.
Little do they know they'll be punished.
여기 있다. 피에르.
All just
I'm
이거 팔아. 요거 우하한. 아, 우하한. 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 오케이.
thanks.
Ever your servant, sir.
좋은데.
Glory of her grace.
어?
Reginald Aubrey has returned.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Planted strict and brought in chains.
더 공격하는 애들 없네?
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
왜 안 와? 응? 가면 써야 되나?
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
가자.
Let's go. Soiree started.
Mm-hmm. Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
가면 하나 더 생겼다.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaviri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
추가. 파티의 여흥에 참여하자. 하는 게 있나?
My deepest regards.
아, 마시는 거야?
Absinthe. Preferred hooch of artists.
Careful. It packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
아, 괜히 먹었나 봐. 에이.
If they can't agree, they will cut the line. Adherence between each track.
뭐야? 아하.
Go on, Geralt. Be bold.
Show us the artist in you. The paint balls. Cast them at the canvas.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you another art?
물감을 던지려고?
Lush and verdant as a field of vines. To vines and to wine!
뭐야? 나 예술적인 걸 보려는 건가?
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different
Wine, froth, and
quite the note. Splendid. The sky over Toussaint before his storm.
Or a deeply internalized fear of intimacy.
내면의 예술을
Yes,
It's the Soritor!
it's not a landscape you clever. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
나의 내면적인 예술.
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual
뭐야?
dualism. The continual battle between good and evil. And defiance.
다 참여해볼까?
Oh,
Woman.
the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
저쪽인데?
Fine. Let's give it a try.
아,
Never suspected you believed in such. Ah, how beautiful.
Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts
The
of
dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The
저
man
어떻게
is a
봐?
true artist.
Blah, blah, blah. Everyone's got smell.
Impressive.
It's all about two things. Coin and
비켜요.
copulation.
여기 아니에요. 뭐야? 우와.
As for that stipend, I'm sure you understand. There are great men. We are busy. We wish to be alone. Please, leave. But are you sure it's an original?
My employer swears it.
Stipend?
I beg your pardon.
족방 아닌데? 이 방도 아니고. 아까 이 방도 아니고. 어딘 건가? 아, 머리 꽂고 있구나.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian Noble you
옷을
came
벗고
here
얘기해야 돼?
with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centurion Noble. Ah, you must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
다가 탁자를 조사하세요. 못 올라가 여기?
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look.
오, 내 사랑.
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam.
It of Vistek. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
Empty, heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume, a gift from the Sintry.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched.
단들라요?
Someone beat him with it once.
향수 난다.
It's very bloody colorful. That's what.
어디 갔니?
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck. You definitely.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come. We must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace.
아, 15년 일했어?
I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh. Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
믿을만하군.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
It must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
비켜.
Quickly, upstairs.
비켜, 비켜. 비켜. 죽은 거 아니야?
That
아,
must be
죽었다.
Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana. At once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
꼭 저렇게 말 안 되면 당하던디.
Killed her and went out on the balcony.
발코니로 나갔어? 여기다 손.
Bloody handprint. It's his.
아, 문 타고 올라가 먹었네.
Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong. The flower pot when moving the door. Then stepped in the soil.
여기 발자국 있다.
Footprints. Made by soiled boots. Must have climbed this ladder. Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor. Blood stains.
빗자국.
Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably.
뭐 있다.
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like.
칼.
Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
내가 범인을 보는 거 아니야?
Inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
Fell out of the window.
Just so.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
뭐야? 거울 아니야?
The Heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
이 여자도 뭐 숨기고 있는 것 같은데 왠지 아닌가?
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward. But in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
You were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Sonreal and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
친언니?
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine And if Sienna is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape or form.
다치게 하지
You must
말라고.
make sure of that.
아무것도 장담할 수 없어.
Can't guarantee her safety, unfortunately. Especially if she's one of those responsible for these crimes.
Witcher, that was not a request.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazar.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witcher's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for...
설득한 건가?
ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. Well, what might the monster wish to apologize to a Witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trait for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
어떻게 된 거지? 아, 이 여자도 궁금한데?
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlaf here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlaf believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Oriana. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detlaf, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Dettlaff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Dettlaff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Dettlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to two exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends. This Dettlaff, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix' mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
옷을 갈아입고 어디로 가야 되는 거야? 아, 저기. 뭐야? 아, 조정하라.
I'm early. No guardsmen yet.
차정 이후. 차정 이후는 밤이지.
So eager, are you? The mill, then. We shall discuss the assault inside.
See, you already prepared a plan. Walk me through it.
We have two objectives. To find Her Illustrious Highness's sister and capture the men who blackmailed the vampire. Duntine is a modest complex. Several old buildings, a high wall around them. At the center of the enclosure stands an imposing keep, restored not long past by the elderly knight of the castle, Roderick. We mean to strike here, through the main gate, then secure the area in front of the keep by storm.
How many men defend Duntine, you know?
Roderick maintains a team of knights for defense. They are no army, but they could number several dozen. Also, Roderick recently took in a band of foreign mercenaries. About them, we know very little.
Cintrian's men, gotta be. Ran into a few in town. They tried to kill me. Need to hit them from both sides. You draw the defenders, keep them busy. I'll sneak in the back way, find the women, make sure they come to no harm. I'll vault over the wall as soon as you start your assault.
Your plan puts you at great risk, but I sense you will handle it well. Let us go.
So it begins.
Quick! We grab Roderick's horses and we bolt.
We won't vault far if the boys out front don't hold.
Not so fast. Little change of plans.
Kill him!
덤벼.
Roderick sent them to get the horses. He's looking to flee.
I see no ducals along the road.
야 뭐야 갑자기 왜?
Hurry with those crates! But be careful if you drop any. Someone's here. They've breached the back wall. Come on, kill him! No mercy! I'm a hard nut to crack.
나
Mercy! I did no wrong.
Nah, kept the wrong damn company. Cintrian's men, where are they?
I knew. Shouldn't have let them under my roof.
Where's the hostage, the woman?
What do you mean? I know nothing about a hostage. Must be the handiwork of my guests.
놈들은
Where are they now?
In the keep.
탈출 준비하고.
Ready in their escape.
There's someone with them? Woman named Sienna?
Of course. She convinced me to let them in.
And a whole pile of trouble along with them. Where is she?
Packing. We were to leave together. An old fool. I'd have done anything for her.
Where is she? In the keep too?
Yes. Her chamber is
그때
in the tower, the top floor. What will become of me?
알 바 아니야?
Leaving you to the ducal guard, if you don't bleed to death in the meantime.
Chewie, a pox upon you.
뭐라고? 불타가라. 안 죽네. 강충을 부르고? 어떻게 있어? 야, 다 죽이고 와. 다 죽여 다. 도와줘야
Giving
되는
you
거
one
아닌가?
last chance. Yield.
Damn harlot got us into this. Kill him! Attack!
뭐야? 걔 왔나 보다. 그러네. 같이 왔네.
Need to get into the keep. They shall pay for everything.
아 놀래라. 아이씨. 오 얘는 세다. 나도 센데. 오 싸우는 것 봐 얘는. 쓸어버려. 지네 다 싸우네.
Wasn't expecting to see you two here.
We thought you could use our help, so... Witcher, this is no time to explain. Where is Renna?
Expect to answer a lot of questions inside.
Let us go then.
야.
Renna! Are you hurt? If any of them.
You know me. I'd never let them hurt me.
얘가 다 계획한 거
I
아니야?
just waited for you to come.
I didn't know where to look. They threatened to kill you. I failed you. Now we need only find Anna Henrietta's sister. Where should we look? Do you know?
Mm-hmm. Ran into Roderick, Duntine's lord. Told me where I'd find Sienna.
Then speak and let's grab her. Time is short.
Said she was in a room in the tower. Very one we're in right now. Which, incidentally, looks nothing like a prison cell. And just so happens there's a carafe full of wine here. Bet it's stolen Saint-Réal.
What's your point?
Stop playing dumb. I know everything. Your plan, that this was part of it.
Witcher, what is this?
Sorry, Dettlaff. You've been had.
My friend, please. You must listen to what Geralt has to say.
Renna's not her real name. This is Sienna. And Sienna is sister to Anna Henrietta, the Duchess of Toussaint.
What? What nonsense is this?
Sienna was banished as a child, but it seems she trekked back here recently. Moved into Duntine and ran a Vandergild out of here. Sent a man called the Cintrian to Beauclair to steal some wine for her. Wine reserved for the ducal family. Cintrian led us to her. Caught him later stealing a jewel Sienna had gotten from her father as a child. Sorry, Dettlaff. She used you. Part of her plan.
If you do not, I will raise Beauclair to the ground. This I promise you. You've 3 days. I shall be waiting.
오, 간지.
He just fly off? He did not wish to act rashly. He's gone to soothe his nerves.
Think he'll do it? Make good on his threat?
I cannot say. He can be unpredictable when fury consumes him.
I shall go to him.
Come again? After what he just...
You don't know Dettlaff like I do. If I don't do as he says, he truly will destroy the city. He's more than capable of it.
Conscience gets to you now?
Better... better late than never, right?
Well, it truly does seem the best option.
Your Grace, we must proceed with caution. Guardsmen saw vampires here. They could still be about.
Vampires or no vampires, my sister is here. Find her.
Your Grace, that...
Sienna, it's true. It's you. Sister, dear, what have you gotten yourself into? So concerned, I'm surprised. Is there an ounce of truth to it?
You feel resentment. I understand. But I promise we shall work through all the unfortunate matters of the past. We will discuss them later. Captain, escort Sienna to the palace. I shall meet with her as soon as we return.
As you wish, Your Grace.
And you, Witcher. You have my thanks. I cannot believe my sister was so near the whole time.
약권님 어서 오세요. 제가 댐이야?
Roderick of Duntine shall
잘
answer for
모르겠어요.
treason and blackmail.
이 공주의 언니인데?
He's no traitor, just naive. Let himself be made a fool of. Paid dearly for it.
Made a fool? Whom by?
Your sister. She's the one convinced him to let the bandits into his home.
We've discovered Sienna blackmailed the vampire. Ordered him to kill those men.
What? What nonsense is this?
She is his missing lover. Staged her own abduction to force him to do her bidding.
He was a tool. Whole scheme was Sienna's. She was behind it.
You're mistaken. You must be. This cannot be true.
Your Grace, I know this vampire and...
What? You know him? Who is he?
Dettlaff.
The same who so recently sat at my table and told me of Nazaire. Is there anything else you've neglected to mention? A dragon living beneath Mount Gorgon, perhaps? Is anyone else here a vampire? Where is he now?
Waiting for Sienna. If she doesn't show up to meet him by an appointed time, he'll destroy Beauclair.
He dares threaten us?
Your Grace, we have 3 days to bring him Sienna and...
Not a word. You have 3 days to bring me his head. No more secrets. No more helping vampires. I
완전
want what
무대꾼데요,
I'm
저.
paying for. The head of the beast.
나 돈 아직 안 받았는데?
Do you think Her Grace's nerves have been calmed?
Doubt it. Rarely forgets, rarely retracts what she says, especially not threats.
Yes, well, even I must admit Dettlaff's actions were highly inappropriate. Reprehensible, even. Are you upset?
Why would I be?
Let's see.
You're returning from your hunt empty-handed.
그러니까요. 고위
No
뱀파이어인데
lead to boast of, then pursue.
너무 한 방에 죽을 텐데.
Upset's just not a sensation I feel. Ever. Mutations, remember?
Yes, of course. The excuse you resort to whenever you'd rather not talk about something.
Observant of you.
선택지 있으면
Let's
좋겠다.
change the
그냥 이 도시
subject.
파괴하겠다.
How do your employers customarily react when you fail to meet their expectations?
It depends. Peasants cuss me out. Merchants demand I refund their deposit, whereas nobles mostly just release their hounds.
And rulers?
Usually threaten me with the gallows.
A most illustrious grace awaits the gentleman.
건방지게 손가락.
Your Grace, the population demands she be punished. Siana's committed terrible crimes.
아, 알겠어요. 잘 자요.
Spilled so much blood.
고생했어요 오늘.
They
Another word, Palmerin, and I shall
내일
spill
봐요.
even more blood. Yours.
알겠습니다. 잘 자요.
I repeat for the last time. Siana is
Bye-bye.
responsible for the death of many, true. But she is also my sister. We are bound by blood and by a shared childhood. I shall not allow her to be lynched.
Your Grace, I fear the masses might rise. Storm the prison, pitchforks and torches in hand.
Let them storm. They will not find her there. Siana is hidden away in a safe place. She shall await trial there until we have rid ourselves of this accursed vampire. Which, to judge by your means, has not yet come to pass.
Did what we could, but
My patience is at an end, Geralt. Where is he? Where is Detlef?
몰라 이년아.
don't know. I lost his trail.
Is this all you have to say?
I respect your grace. All I can say is the truth.
Ah. At times, I hunt foxes. Do you know how it works? The ducal huntsman releases the hounds.
점점
They catch
재수없어지네, 이
the
여자.
fox's scent, chase the animal down, and lead the Bachu to it. All within an hour. You, Witcher, have had a week. The aid of my most excellent knights. Yet, you have tracked absolutely nothing down. I've begun to suspect my beagles might have done a better job.
그럼 비글들을 불러.
Then perhaps your grace should have sent a beagle instead of a witcher after the vampire.
You tread on thin ice, Witcher. Very thin. Wisdom demands you choose
다
your
덤벼,
words
이씨.
more cautiously. But to the matter at hand. Have you managed to establish anything?
Your Grace, it seems Siana tricked Detlef, used him to murder the knights who escorted her into exile. We have reason to believe that...
쳐들어왔다.
Your Grace! Vampires!
그니까요.
Speak now!
Vampires! They protect the city! Captain de la Tour defends the square near the boat landing, but so many lives lost.
Damn it.
결국 이럴 줄 알았어. 그냥 헐.
If it's war this Detlef wants, it's war he shall have. Geralt, get to work. This time I'll hear no excuses. Palmerin, you...
Get her out of here.
결국 싸워야 되네. 뭐하니 너? 여기 있네. 와, 진짜?
Siana failed to appear as summoned. And there. Dettlaff is not making idle threats.
Seems not. Need to make some serious plans of our own now. It's gone too far, damn it. Regis, you mentioned there was a way to draw Dettlaff out. A way you've avoided resorting to so far because you thought it was too dangerous.
Is that how I'd put it? Do forgive me that I've misled you terribly. The word dangerous is simply a scandalous understatement in this case.
Regis, another inner monologue growing out of a personal dilemma. Just tell me how to flush Dettlaff out, force him to meet, please.
In due course. But first, Geralt, I'd like you to consider the alternative. After all, you could fulfill Dettlaff's demand and liberate his beloved Siana.
Think Dettlaff still believes Siana's innocent?
I believe he suspects something. He must. And he seeks to understand what happened.
And for that, he's declared war on the entire duchy?
What can I say? Moderation was never his strong suit.
Really want to free Siana? Hand her over to Dettlaff? Refuse to accept you consider that wise.
It's hard to believe, I know. But Dettlaff is not actually evil, merely impulsive. He needs but meet with her, speak with her, and he will spare the city.
So say I agree to this, 'cause I might. Still no chance Anna Henrietta will.
I do not recall ever suggesting we ask her permission.
Got serious reservations about this plan. Not least among them, we have no idea where Siana's being held. You heard the Duchess. She's not at the prison.
Hardly a reservation. More of an excuse. I'm certain you'll find her. You must merely decide you wish to.
Could ask Damien. Duchess treats him like a lapdog. Keeps him close most times. He might know something more.
There, you see? I knew you'd think of something. Bravo.
The meeting. What if it's nothing like you say? What if it goes sour, ends in a fight? Willing to guarantee Siana won't get hurt?
It seems unlikely in the extreme that...
Didn't ask for a lecture on probability. Need a simple answer. Yes or no.
I vow that not a hair on her head shall come to any harm.
I trust I've dispelled your doubts, then.
Not so fast. We're not done talking. How would I go about luring Dettlaff out of hiding if I wanted to? With the blood of a virgin?
You see, somewhere nearby lives an unusual denizen. One of the unseen, ancient and powerful vampires. Among the oldest and strongest.
And?
Toussaint is this unseen elder's territory. All vampires owe him fealty while they are here. He need but say the word, designate a time and place, and Dettlaff will be forced to appear.
So this unseen elder...
아니요, 장로 아직 안
will convince
만났어요.
him to summon Dettlaff.
We must find him first. The Elder does not see arrivals unless he absolutely must. But locals, Oriana, for instance. You know, she too is a...
Yeah, figured it out. All right, let's say she gets me in to see the unseen elder. What then?
I don't know. You'll have to improvise, I suppose.
그 다음에 이제 장로 만나러 가야 되는 것
stuck.
같은데.
Either gotta give in to a blackmailer or fight him.
You know what I would opt for. Should we free Siana and arrange for her to meet with Dettlaff, there's a good chance we'll all survive this ordeal. Dettlaff included.
Regis, don't mean to put you on the spot, but I gotta know. Say I do decide to fight Dettlaff. Who'll you stand with?
Should you decide your sword is the sole solution, I shall not stand in your way.
Appreciate it.
Certainly hope so. Now, please tell me, what is it you intend to do?
일단 1번이요.
Crazy as the plan seems, I'll do it. I'll ask Damien about Siana.
You won't make me beg. I knew you wouldn't.
Slow down. Not promising a thing. Just want to get a feel for the situation to start with. Coming with?
Of course. Many hands make light work.
파티원이 생겼어. 장로는 그 후에 만나는데.
Damien could be in danger.
Or dead.
Do you think so? He seemed battle-hardened. More than a few straps on his belt.
Against humans, not monsters.
보이지? 뱀파이어를 준대요. 어딨어? 야, 뭘 커, 얘. 탄약도 초기화됐네.
Never thought lesser vampires would heed a higher vampire's calling commands.
As a rule, they don't.
So how Dettlaff sick them on the city?
I told you, he's exceptional. He manages to bend them to his will, control them with his thoughts. They'll continue attacking until he orders them to back down, until he dies.
좀 가만히 있어라, 너. 나 진짜 이 여자. 고고.
Need to look around.
데미야?
Armor proved useless. Claws sliced through steel like through butter. They broke formation, ran.
That's it. It's Damien's blood. He was wounded.
Let's go.
어떻게 되지? 장로?
Barricade put up in the street.
Pointless. That's an obstacle to a combat.
They didn't know.
장로를 만나야 돼?
Care to come back?
따라가자. 또는 우리 장로 만나러 가잖아. 어딨어, 여자?
In a hurry to get somewhere?
Very much so. Now be kind enough to step aside.
Chaos in the city. Know what's going on?
Naturally. It's rather irritating.
Need to, see you're unseen. Convince him to stop Dettlaff. Heard you could help me with that.
My. It seems my dear Regis needs to be reprimanded. He's become rather indiscreet. And you. There are simpler ways to commit suicide. A number of bridges you could jump off, for instance.
Just want to talk to him.
Talk. Lovely. He'll rend your head from your neck. Make shreds of you before you can open your mouth.
Let me worry about that. Willing to do it or not?
I too would prefer a city calmed, but to reveal so dear
이 여자도 뱀파이어인가?
Witcher. Know what? Come with me. I must tend to a certain matter. Then we'll talk.
If I was talking to a human now, I'd say that every moment we delay brings another death. Thing is, doubt that moves you at all.
Frankly, not in the least.
Where are we going?
Not far. You see, I maintain a kind of shelter just outside Beauclair. An orphanage, to be precise. I've heard the birds whisper. They claim a terrible thing's happened there. Under the present circumstances, I must treat this seriously. I'm sure you understand.
Mm-hmm. Perfectly. Let's go.
아. 연민고.
Must cost a small fortune maintaining this place.
What can I do? I have a weakness for children.
Meaning?
Meaning that I... Wait. Smell that?
Blood.
죽었다, 애들.
Arno! Arno!
헐.
Arno!
Please.
What happened? Where's Arno? Speak.
Shh. Oh, the monster will come.
Easy, little man. You're safe now.
I was so scared. So scared.
Of what? You can tell us. Take your time.
I woke up because of the bells. Then the screams. I pulled the quilt
종소리
over
때문에
my
늦게
head
나왔다고?
so I wouldn't hear. But they were so loud. And something began pounding on the roof. Boom, boom, louder and louder. Then Uncle Arno came and said, "Sit quiet, real quiet. Shh, shh, and you'll be all right."
The whole son abandoned them, left them and ran away.
아르노가 누구야?
Who's this Arno?
The Guardian. He ran the orphanage with his wife, for a generous fee. I don't see them, can't hear or smell them either. They fled, left the children behind as bait.
Uncle Arno told us to be quiet as mice, and the monster wouldn't come, but it did. It came.
What happened then?
Bartes, Neve, Mora, and some others. They ran out. My sister Anna and me. We hid right here in the room. But Anna, she began to cry. I covered her mouth, whispered,
네.
held her long, till she stopped.
You mean to say you...
Drop it. Think I know enough.
As do I. Something killed my children. I'll stay with the boy. He shouldn't be left alone again. You track down this scum. Bring me its head and I'll help you with the unseen.
Fine. See if I can't find a lead.
Excellent. Go on, get to work.
아, 애 다친 거 말아냈다. 아, 깜빡했다.
Come, little one. I'll sing to you. Wolves asleep amidst the trees, bats all a swaying in the breeze. But one soul lies anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags, and wraiths.
이 바쁜 시기에
Smashed
조사하고
against the
다니는데.
wall.
아유.
Skull cracked. Died immediately. Beast killed the children but didn't eat them. Something scare it off? Or grab its attention? Stomach wall cut open in 3 places. Damaged organs, arteries.
애들을 왜 죽이는 거야? 개구리지 마.
Head, shoulder, and neck wounds. Monster attacked from above. Jumped off the roof, I bet.
아, 벽에 있다.
Claw marks. Sharp, hooked claws. Monster had an easy time climbing on the roof. Paw prints. Bipedal beast. Walks hunched over. Wounds are smooth-edged. Claws cut through cleanly. Young, thin bones offered little resistance. Sliced aorta. Fang marks alongside, but they're old, scarred over. Smells not blood. Need to investigate. Gunk. Is that venom? Narrows the list of suspects. Venom glands, long claws, a bloodsucker. Must be a Garcane, a pack leader, an alpha. For Garcane's killing's a pleasure. Kid's just whet its appetite. Must have gone after the Guardians too.
알파카게? 알파카게. 뱀파이어. 여기 있다. 뱀파이어 기름. 검은 피. 달가루. 열사풍. 달가루. 일로 간 거 아니야? 맞잖아.
Garcane and wagon tracks merge. Wonder if the beast caught up.
Roach.
아, 이러고 가야 돼? 아니.
Faster.
야, 마을에 뱀파이어 근데 이러고 천천히 가.
Drove off the road. Horses must have gotten spooked.
Come on, Roach.
이랬다.
Garcane caught up. Trail ends here. Wounds are bad. At least it didn't suffer long. Shredded her, then licked up her blood. Every last drop. Garcane ate its fill here.
뱀파이어.
Probably holed up nearby. Might digest.
저기 있다. 오, 매달렸어. 참 더럽게 생겼다.
Gonna hang your head from my saddle, bastard.
오. 끝. 두 방에 끝나네? 아, 너무 쉽게 끝내네. 죽은 거 아니야, 설마? 아. 헐.
Oriana, release him now.
아, 이래서 애들 키우는 거야?
I thought it would take you longer.
It will. Still not done. Got one more thing to tend to. You. The orphanage. Your wine cellar, right? A larder for blood.
I never said I helped these children out of the kindness of my heart.
대박.
Go outside, little man, and lock the door behind you.
No, don't hurt her. Lady Oriana took care of us. She took us off the street, brought us sweets, sang to us. Leave her be.
You see, Witcher? The world's not black and white. It's shades of all kinds. I drank from the children, true, but never so much as to kill. And I gave them a great deal in return.
Expect me to thank you for taking such good care of the orphans?
You care so much for their well-being. Amusing. How do young witches fare? How many survive your trials?
Don't change the subject. Not about to let you.
Then get to the point.
Did what you asked. Children's slaughter's the work of a Garcane, one of those summoned by Dettlaff. Probably supposed to attack the city. Children sent lured it here.
Yes, it carries quite a way. Its sweetness teases the nose, gets the mouth watering.
헐.
Unseen Elder. Where'll I find him? Talk.
얘 아니야?
His lair lies west of
아니구나.
the city, across the lake. Look for a cave near the shoreline, and this stone will open a hidden door.
Not gonna take me there?
I visit the Elder only when I absolutely must. You'll know why once you meet him.
I'll come back for you one day. You realize that, right?
Then I shall keep an eye out for you.
죽이러 온다는 거.
Time to summon Regis.
아, 또 가야
Slip
돼?
a word to the birds, he said.
아, 새들하게?
So, I'll be at the boat landing near the palace, waiting for Regis there. Mind telling him?
알아들었어. 거의 다 온 건가요? 이제?
You've met with Oriana. How did it go?
Not well.
Oh. Did she not divulge where you might find the unseen?
No, she did. Also divulged her hunger for the blood of small children.
Well, I admit I'd heard rumors, but preferred to lend them no credence.
Rather not talk about it. Caves west of town, other side of the lake. That's where we need to go.
I see. Well, I'm prepared to set out at any time, but...
Yeah, I know. You'd still prefer to free Sienna, for Dettlaff's sake.
For the sake of you both.
Oh, please. Orphanage, what happened there?
아,
His
80,
fault, plain
한
and
단계 더
simple.
나왔어.
City gutters are overflowing with blood. That's his doing too. And you're worried somebody might have hurt
내일
his
해야 되나?
feelings?
To meet the unseen elder is to face mortal danger. I've said so all along and never in jest. You are a friend, a dear friend. I'd rather you not risk your neck unnecessarily. I think it's natural, I think it's obvious. Obviously natural. Especially when we've an alternative. An entirely reasonable one.
와, 어떻게 하지? 장로를 만나러 가냐, 시아나를 찾으러 가냐. 아, 내일 깔게 올게. 아롱님, 이거 아롱님은 뭐 하셨어요? 혹시 장로 만나러 가셨나요? 시아나 찾으러 가냐. 시아나를 추천해요. 그래요? 아니, 왠지 장로로 가면 뭔가 안 좋을 것 같아서. 내용이.
Fine. Have it your way. We'll free Sienna. If we can even figure out where she's being held, because...
I've looked into it already.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I managed to convince
아,
David
내용이
to
재밌어요?
help us.
아.
He claims Sienna was last seen in the palace playroom.
A playroom? For children? What did the Duchess do? Lock her in a
감사합니다.
dollhouse?
Perhaps, I don't know. We must see for ourselves. Come. Here, the playroom's beyond this door.
그러니까